So as I mentioned when you guys were joining, like create space wherever you are, whether you're in your home or in the office, so that you can stand up, reach your arms up above your head, maybe like 6 feet out in front of you. If you have a yoga mat, roll it out, you know, dim your lights, mute your cell phones, and really create some time for you to just tune away from the busyness of our world. Another thing that I want to share is I do marketing and communications as well for the town of Chapel Hill. So I also teach yoga, and I also practice yoga to help counter these busy days that we have. And even that we're in this like horrible pandemic, it's still crazy how busy we are and like how much can still go on in the virtual world, or and so I too experience the things. I'm not just like living this yogi life of total bliss and peace. I deal with pain that resides in between my shoulder blades from rounding my shoulders and looking down at my computer screen. I deal with hip flexor tension, all the same things that a lot of people deal with, even sensitivity in my wrists. So this practice was designed, so let me first read the waiver and then we'll get into the rest of the hour and what it'll look like. So I'll just read through this and then just chat your name like Lisa said. But basically I represent and warrant that you are in good physical health and do not suffer from medical conditions that would limit your participation. It's your responsibility to consult with a physician prior to participate in yoga classes. You understand the risks associated with the activities offered. You'll follow the instructions and make variations as needed. You'll safely participate in this class, and you waive and release Recreate Yoga, which is my business, Melissa Bartoletta, from any claim, demand, cause of action of any kind resulting from or related to your participation in this class. And you also understand and acknowledge that you're fully responsible for any and all risks, injuries, damages, known or unknown, which might occur, which hopefully will not occur. It's always funny reading all that jargon, right? But it's necessary to do. So just with that being said, I will give you variations of poses, but know that if you're not feeling it today in your body, it doesn't feel right, and there's like sharp or shooting pain, take a step back and reevaluate what's going to feel good. A little discomfort is okay, but there's a difference between that discomfort and like shooting pain. So the rest of the hour is going to be spent moving. And I designed the class to focus on opening up our shoulders, our chest, our hip flexors, releasing them away from our ear. And instead of the rounding of the spine that we feel by hunching over, looking at our cell phones, sending that next tweet or email, and looking at our computer screen, but to open up. So also the class will give a little bit of fire to just burn away some mental fog you might have that has accumulated over the day or also over the past like couple weeks or whatever. So just a little bit of heat, and then we'll take time to descend, and we'll review this flyer I put together that just has some general wellness tips and tricks that you can do when you are at your desk on your own. And know that any of these practices or poses you can also do if you want to stop, drop, and yoga in your office. So yeah, let's get started. Standing on your mat or your yoga space. And the playlist should be in the chat box. And if you have a Spotify account, go ahead and hit play to that. There's some fun music to go along with this flow. So I'm standing at the back of my mat, but if you don't have a mat, go ahead and stand at the back of your practice space. I'm going to turn to face you so I can see you, but you go ahead and face the front towards your mat. And you can place your left hand on your heart, your right hand on top of it. Make sure your feet are hip width apart or maybe even wider for more grounding and stability. And then find just like a really buoyant bend of your knees, right? So not strengthening or anything, something comfortable, but it's buoyant. You're not locking out your knees. And then feel the soles of your feet touch the earth. And here's where I invite you to close your eyes. And if you don't want to close your eyes, find a heavy gaze, right? We're constantly staring at our computer screen or a TV screen, some sort of screen. So find that heavy gaze where you can just relax your eyes. And then roll your shoulders up towards your ears and release them down your back. Maybe even noticing a drawing in of your shoulder blades. Do that 2 more times. Roll them up and then feel them as they release away. And again, inhale, roll and release. And now we'll begin to welcome in a deeper breath. So notice first just how that normal breath resides in your body at this moment. Without placing any criticism or changing it quite yet, just notice how it appears in the present moment. And then I want you to welcome in a deeper breath. And you can even take one hand and place it on your belly. Breathe in through your nose and breathe all the way down to the pit of your belly, feeling it expand. And then on your exhale, feel your feet sink deeper into the earth and allow that spine to grow long. Inhale again and expand. And exhale, ground down into the earth. Once more, inhale. Breathe in and notice if you're gripping or resisting anywhere. Can you soften around the edges and make it a little easier? Now with that same breath, you can release your hands to your hips. On an inhale, reach your right arm up. Find that long spine again. Exhale, begin to reach over towards the left. And then circle your arm in front of you. Take your hand to your hip. So inhale, reach the opposite arm up, your left arm up. Exhale, reach over and maybe even press your hips towards the left. Circle your arm in front of you. Long, deep breath. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, over and circle. And just moving in a way that feels natural to your body. Getting into the nooks and crannies of your shoulder and your spine. One more on either side. Allowing your breath to be long but fluid. Good. Let's inhale, reach both of your arms up and gaze up. And then exhale, release your hands down to clasp behind you at your sacrum. So you'll clasp your hands and squeeze those shoulders together. Roll your shoulders away from your ears and begin to draw those knuckles down on an inhale. Feel that chest expand. And then on an exhale, bend your knees and hinge at the hips to bow forward for forward fold. And the reason you bend your knees here is so that your chest can draw closer to your thighs and you release the tension in your lower back that we often feel when we sit in a chair for long times. Begin to draw your knuckles away from your sacrum any amount that feels good. It can be a little or a lot. And then gently release your hands. We'll stay in forward fold. Release the tension in your neck and let your head and upper body just hang like a pendulum here. Real heavy, gently swaying side to side. You can grab onto opposite forearm, elbow, or wrist. And
And just sway side to side, straightening your legs any amount as you pulse through your breath. So on an inhale, maybe you find more length in your hamstrings. And on your exhale, maybe you dive in deeper towards your legs. 2 more full breaths here. Release your hands to the earth. I'm going to turn to the top of my mat, but you stay right where you are. On an inhale, lengthen with a flat back. Your fingertips can rise up your shins. And you're going to draw the crown of your head away from your sacrum. Gaze is down and slightly forward. And then on an exhale, bend those knees again and release, folding forward. Now begin to walk yourself out to hands and knees, tabletop. So, palms come underneath of your shoulders here, knees are hip width apart, and then curl those toes under so you can feel your sacrum blossom open. And we're going to move through what's called cat-cow. And be mindful of your arms here, right? Don't lock out your elbows, but find that buoyancy again, the way we felt in our legs. On an inhale, you're going to drop your belly button, reach your sitting bones up, and begin to draw your heart through your arms. It's almost like you're pulling your mat back. And then on an exhale, press your hands forward and down. You'll round your spine, tucking your tailbone, and then bring chin towards chest. Inhale, drop that belly button, reach sitting bones up, pull your heart through, feel that openness in the front of your body. And then exhale, press forward and down and round. So we're going to do this 3 more times, and I want you to use the full length of your inhale and your exhale to get to the peak of each pose. Letting your breath stem the movement. So your breath should be long, but steady. After you finish that 3rd one, let's meet with a neutral spine, so we're not arching or rounding. We're just reaching out long. And then extend your right leg out. Go ahead and elevate your toes up off of the earth. Have them be pointing down. And on an exhale, bend your knee and flex your foot like you're going to stomp on the sky. Inhale here, and you might notice here you start to arch your back. And then on an exhale, draw knee to nose. Press into the earth and round your spine. So we're going to begin to use a little bit more core strength here. Inhale, press up and arch, pull your heart through. And then exhale, draw knee to nose. Press the earth away and round. And again, inhale, press up. And exhale, round. Let's release, open, extend that leg, and then return it to meet your left. You can wag your hips left and right. And then let's do this. Let's flip onto the backs of our hands. And you're going to make these little fists with your wrists. They're really awkward fists here, or fists with your palms, I should say, for a wrist stretch. Come back to hands and knees, and we'll switch sides. So now left leg extends, palms underneath of shoulders. Bend your knee and flex your foot like you're stomping on the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, draw knee to nose, press the earth away, round that spine. Inhale, reach up, swim your heart through your arms. Exhale, knee to nose and round. And again, inhale. And exhale. Let's release back. And then walk your fingers about 6 inches in front of you. And I always need to scoop my knees back about 1 inch. We're going to move into what's called puppy pose. So you'll press into your fingertips and you'll round your spine a little. And then on your exhale, sink your heart towards the earth and reach your sitting bones up.
You want your hips to be stacked over your knees, so that's why you might need to walk your knees back. Drop your heart to the earth, hollow out those armpits, and feel that delicious shoulder stretch here. Forehead to the mat or chin towards the mat. One more breath here. And then we'll gently come out of it. Plant your palms. Walk your knees out wide so that your feet come together and sink your hips back towards your heels. This is child's pose. And so here in child's pose, I want you to focus on breathing into the back of your body. So the rib cage especially. And then just take a moment to come back into your breath. Back into the present moment. Letting any items from that to-do list just drift away. Let's rise back up to tabletop. And now we're going to meet in downward facing dog. So to get there, hands walk about a handprint forward, toes curl under. Press your chest back towards your thighs, and you'll elevate your knees to hover off of the earth. From here, you'll begin to reach your sitting bones up and straighten your legs any amount. There's no need for your heels to touch. What's important here is that you're pressing your hands into the earth. Your head hangs between your arms, so you feel the shoulder stretch, and then the lengthening of the backs of your legs by reaching those sitting bones up towards the sky. Shake your head left and right, up and down, release that tension in your neck. And just notice for a moment that strength that you can cultivate here, right? You're using all muscles in your body to remain stable. And feel the support that the earth has for you here. On your next exhale, open your mouth and sigh out your breath. Yes, just like that. Let's drop to hands and knees. And we're going to welcome in our connecting vinyasa. So we'll shift forward so that shoulders are over top of your wrists. And your knees are slightly back, so it's like a knee plank here. Inhale here. And on your exhale, you'll slowly lower onto your belly. Keep those elbows in towards your sides. Root the tops of your feet down, and then you'll rise using the strength of your lower back into cobra. So there's no need to get real high on cobra here. I think the most important thing for us is to keep our shoulders away from our ears and let them drop down our back. So it's common that we keep those round, like we keep scrunching our shoulders up here. I want you to release them down and then rise up any amount. Practice that one more time. And then when you finish, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. So we'll begin what's called our namaskar, moving a little faster and just stoking a little fire. So on an inhale, reach that right leg up any amount. On an exhale, you're going to bring your right foot to your right thumb. So similar to how we did in tabletop, we press the earth away, brought knee towards nose. And then you can always take your foot and place it where your thumb is. So we're in lunge. Back knee can drop down, or you can keep it lifted for a bit more fire. And inhale, reach those arms up. Lunge. On an exhale, circle your shoulders and bring your hands towards the earth. We'll do this again. Inhale, reach up, maybe gaze goes up. Exhale, circle and release towards the earth. Once more, squeeze your legs together for more balance using the strength of your abdominals to lift you. And then exhale and circle, hands to earth. Plant your palms, drop that back knee down. Inhale, bring your right knee back to meet your left. And exhale, lower, elbows in all the way onto your belly. Just one cobra, root the tops of your feet down, shoulders away from your ears, and peel up one vertebra at a time. And then exhale, we'll pull back to downward facing dog. Same thing on the left side. Sweep your leg up any amount. Exhale, begin to round your spine, press into your hands, bring knee towards nose, and then take your foot and place it next to your left thumb. Back knee up or down. Inhale, reach those arms forward and up. And then exhale and circle. Release hands towards the earth. 2 more times. Inhale and rise. Exhale, circle and release. Wobbling a little bit is totally normal. Maybe even let it make you smile. Hands to the earth. Back knee drops down. Inhale to knee plank or plank if you're really feeling it. Exhale, lower to your belly. Shoulders away from your ears. Rise up. Reach that heart through. Exhale, pull back, downward facing dog. We're going to add on to this. So inhale, right leg reaches up. Exhale, round your spine. Press the earth away. Bring right foot to right thumb. Back knee up or down. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, circle, hands towards the earth. Now we're going to reach up again, and this time we'll twist towards the right. Your left arm reaches forward, your right arm reaches back. Squeeze your legs together. Inhale, come back to neutral, go forward. And then exhale and rotate. Same side, left arm forward, right arm back. And again, once more. Inhale through center. And exhale, twist. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Back knee up or down. Inhale, plank or knee plank. Exhale and slowly lower. Heart forward, elbows in. Release entirely to the earth. And then rise up. Tops of your feet are heavy, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, pull back, downward facing dog. Left leg reaches up. Same thing on this side. Exhale, round your spine, bring foot to thumb. One time you rise up, crescent lunge, and then circle those shoulders, reaching towards the earth. Rise up again. Now we twist towards the left. Right arm forward, left hand back. Inhale up through center, rotate. Exhale, twist. Same side. It's like you're pulling 2 ropes. Inhale and up. And exhale. Releasing your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Drop that back knee down. Inhale, plank or knee plank. And lower. Cobra brings you up, shoulders away from ears, and then pull you back on an exhale, downward facing dog. One more, we'll add on. Reach that right leg straight up and back. Exhale, right foot, right thumb, round your spine. Inhale, reach up. First we circle. Then we twist. One time. Reach up. Now this time we're going to cactus our arms open like a goalpost and shine our heart through. Remember, back knee can be up or down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and cactus, squeezing your shoulder blades together, pressing your heart through. And again, reach up. Exhale and squeeze. Release your hands to the mat. Inhale to plank or knee plank. And then with resistance, lower down slowly. Inhale, cobra, rise up. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, reach up. One breath, one movement. Exhale, left foot, left thumb. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, we circle shoulders. Inhale, up. Twist towards the left. Inhale up. And cactus. It's like you're pulling a resistance bar down. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. And again, last one. Shine that heart through. Release hands to earth. Inhale to plank or knee plank. Elbows in, heart and gaze forward. Rise up. Back to downward facing dog. Now we'll do that grand finale, one of each. Right leg reaches up. Exhale, right foot, right thumb. And flow at your own pace. If I'm moving a little too fast or a little too slow, just go at a pace that makes sense with your breath. We twist, and then we cactus. And I'll let you take the left side all on your own. So the opportunity to just flow can be liberating, where you can focus on just your body, your breath, the music, and nothing else. And when you're finished, we'll meet in downward facing dog. And we'll take some resting breaths there. Or just drop down into child's pose like we felt earlier. Hips towards heels. Forehead to the earth. This is that opportunity to take a pause and to simply observe the reaction of your flow. Is there any heat? Has anything changed since you started class? Without judging or expecting something, just notice what occurred. Let your breath be long. Begin to soften your breath. Notice any effects it might have on your heartbeat, on your energy levels. On your next exhale, open your mouth and sigh out. And rise up to hands and knees. A little more fire. From hands and knees, just walk those hands about a handprint forward. Shift your shoulders over your hands so you're back into that knee plank shape. And you'll notice that core cultivation, your pubic bone tilt slightly up. And then find this broadness in your back, reaching out through your heart, gazes forward. Inhale here. And then on an exhale, I want you to lift both of your knees up off of the mat. Good. And then inhale, come back down. Exhale, lift your knees, gaze forward. Come back down and lift and squeeze. Just a little more fire. Keep that gaze forward. Spread all 10 fingers wide. Find that buoyancy in your arms. We're just going to take 3 more. Stay with it. Relax your jaw. Relax your gaze. Last one. And release. Let's drop onto your forearms and then wiggle out onto your belly. This is Sphinx Pose. So forearms are on the earth, the tops of your feet are pressing down, hips are heavy. And then once again, like you're pulling your mat back, begin to reach your heart through your arms, separate through your collarbone. Gaze forward. And then we'll take a neck stretch. So drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Any amount, just towards. It doesn't need to touch. And then just gently and easy rock your head forward and back, just like a micro movement. You'll feel that stretch in the side of your neck. If you haven't already, maybe close your eyes again. Let your head drop through center and then over to the opposite ear. Micro movements, just going really easy on your neck here. And then come back up to neutral. I want you to bring your left arm so that it's parallel to the top of your mat. And then bend your right knee. And then take a gaze over that right shoulder, and you can reach your hand back for your foot. And then I want you to drop that right hip down and begin to pull your heel towards your glute. Any amount, no need for it to touch. Maybe just to keep that hip down, you take a gaze over your left shoulder. Feel a quad stretch. And then release. We'll switch sides. So bring that right arm parallel, left arm out. Bend your left knee. Press into that grounded right hand. And then reach back for your heel. Drop your left hip down and gaze over your right shoulder. Let your breath be full. Notice the difference from side to side. Good. And then release. Release your forehead to the mat. Slide those hands under your shoulders, and then you'll press up through knee plank again, elbows in. And then exhale up and back to downward facing dog. The last one, class. So once you're set up in downward facing dog, sweep that right leg straight up and back again, any amount. And then try this. Bend your knee and open up your hip like you're reaching your knee up towards the sky. And then stay mindful of that weight so that you keep it balanced between both of your arms and hands. You're not dumping it all to the left side. And you can draw little circles in the sky with your right knee. Again, any size, but just opening up through the hips. Feel the strength here. Release that tension in your neck. And then place your foot down to meet your left. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Sweep that left leg straight up, any amount. Bend your knee. And then reach that left knee up as you peel your hip open. Stay balanced from arm to arm. And then little circles in the sky. And I didn't say this on the opposite side, but just be sure to draw circles in the opposite direction on this side so it's balanced. And then place your foot down. Nice. One little push left. Inhale to tippy toes. Let your gaze go forward. Bend your knees. And then take several steps or one big step to get to forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen with the flat back, gaze forward.
And then exhale, bend those knees, sink your hips like you're going to sit in a chair. And then use your hands to brace you to come all the way down to your back. Lower yourself to the earth. Knees should be bent so the soles of your feet are on the earth, and then walk them in so that they're closer towards your bottom. Place your palms face down next to your hips, and then seal up your lower back. So there's that spinal motion again, where you tilt your pubic bone up and your lower back is on the earth. From here, you're going to press into your feet, squeeze those glutes, and then peel your spine up one vertebra at a time for bridge pose. As you arrive in bridge, squeeze your legs together, squeeze your glutes, and then keep your chin in closer towards your chest here. Not like so it's touching, but you don't need to reach it back. And just have it pointed at almost a neutral, straight up. You can stay just like this. You can lower down and come back into it. Or you can walk your shoulder blades in, like we felt earlier, squeezing those shoulder blades together. You can clasp your hands behind you, draw your knuckles towards your heels, and get that extra oomph of lift, opening up through your hip flexors. Take another deep breath in. Gently release your hands if you had them clasped, and come on down as slow as you can, one vertebra at a time till your sacrum touches last. And when you get there, walk your feet out wide to the edges of your mat, or so that they're wider than your hips. And let your knees knock in together. You can take your arms up overhead and just rest, releasing out a sigh. Just a little push. Instead of reaching for that cup of coffee or the energy drink, you can find that life within you. Now we reach the part where we descend. Now it's that journey down the mountain. The smooth sail. Walk your feet back into hip width. And then extend your legs up above your head. So you can bend your knees. Well, they should already be bent, but you can bring your knees towards your chest and let them hang just like this. Or you can extend them up. And your energy will begin to trickle down your legs. Just an easy inversion. Notice any blood rushing down. One knee at a time, begin to bend. And then touch down to the earth like you're landing on the moon. From here, bring the soles of your feet together to touch. Let your knees open wide. And you can make this long diamond shape with your legs. Bring your hands down by your sides. Make any minor movements so that you feel comfortable. And begin to feel this openness. Like you're floating
there in space. I want you to relax your jaw, your eyes can be closed, and try and relax that space, that area where your skull and your spine meet. And you relax right behind your heart. And can you relax your pelvic floor? We're going to do a simple pranayama or breath work. You're going to stay on your back. Pranayama just simply means breath work. And so we're going to alter our breath in hopes to provide a more calm, cooling sensation. This is called lunar breath, and I've been finding it to be really helpful in these summer months of busyness and a little bit of chaos. So you'll take the thumb on your right hand, and then exhale out your breath wherever you are. Plug your right nostril with your right thumb, and then inhale through the left side. Exhale out through the left channel. Inhale through the left. Exhale left. Continue to breathe in this pattern. In and out through that left side of your body. This is that lunar side. The yin. The solar yang. And as you sip in your air, let it be slow. Let it be full. After your next exhale, go ahead and release and just return to a normal breath on your back. Just notice the effects. Is there an actual physical cooling sensation that you can feel? More calm, clarity. You can stay in this shape, or at any moment, release your legs out long. We're just going to rest for a few moments in Shavasana, this awakened state of sleep. Not often we get these moments, so use it. Let your body feel supported from the earth. Just be a witness to yourself. Whatever thoughts and chatter arise, because they definitely will. Just take note, like I see you. going to make any decision or judgment. Total observation. To bring gentle movement back into your fingers, your toes. You can circle your wrists. You reach your arms up overhead, reawaken your mind. And then you'll roll on over to your side. Just pause for a moment on your side like you're soaking up every last drop. And then gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Let your palms collide together in front of your heart, just in simple reverence for our collective movement. Taking the time to honor your own self-care in hopes that it may benefit all of those who you come in contact with. Let's take a bow together. Thank you. So that was a simple practice, or simple, I shouldn't even say, but a practice to get a little heat and also to find a little restoration. I hope it was good, and we'll spend the next 15 minutes or so reviewing the document I believe Lisa sent out.